Hi, James here. I've been making games and digital products for quite a while, and I wanted to share with you today 10 different free tools that I've come across that you might not have heard about, which should make your game design much better. I'm currently making Mighty Marbles, which you can see on the screen, and for these 10 tools I'm going to bookmark them all so you can skip forward if you're only interested in certain ones. So let's get going, and the first tool, the game feel demo. Everybody needs this in their game. You need to make your game as juicy as you can, and this little demo gives you some ideas of how different effects work and what effect they might have. You can turn them all on, you can turn them all off, you can turn the sprites off, you can get all kinds of different views, and you can get a feel to what it's like and give you ideas to add them into your game. If you've ever been unsure how to improve the feel of your game, this demo is for you. I highly recommend it. Even though it's a 2D demo, all of the kind of theory behind it works for 3D as well. Next up, the second one is the Game UI database. Now this is essential if you're trying to make great UI for your game. It has all different types of UI. They're organized by categories. So for example, if you wanted a results screen, you can click on that and you can see all different types of results screens. I really love this for getting ideas for my menus. I'm somebody who likes to have really extravagant menus inside my games. So being able to scroll through and see what they have is awesome. Some of them have videos, some of them just have screenshots, but the database has a huge number of games, so it's a really great place to get ideas from. So the third tool I have for you is Steamspy. And this is a great place to have a look and see how other games have gone. I really like to use this just to have a look and see an estimate how much games have sold, and then I go and look at games that are similar to mine and see what the level is for sales. There is a whole lot more you can do with Steamspy, such as searching by categories or tags. I've personally only ever used the free tier for this. However, there is a paid tier that gives you much more in-depth data if that's something you're really after. Now moving on to tool number 4 is Presskit. Presskit is an easy way to make a website for free for your Presskit for your game. This is really great if you want Press to be able to easily gather your game assets. It's free, quick and easy to set up. You can set it up on a custom domain with no problems. Here's an example site made with the Presskit. This is just one from their showcase. Now if you can't be bothered to make your own site, this is a lifesaver, and in an afternoon you can have a full Presskit site up and running really easily. Coming in number 5 is the Wishlist Calculator. So for example, if I've got 4,000 wish lists and my price is $12.50 US, it will estimate what my result will be. You can change these figures, you can go and put in actual percentages for like your first day conversion, your 1 year multiplier, all of that kind of thing. You can also change the percentile. It's set to a 50 percentile game, and top 50% really isn't that high on Steam, so I really think you can knock it up a few notches and maybe aim for a top 25 or a top 10% game. While there are obviously no guarantees on sales, I find this tool is really useful to get an idea of just how your game is going and where you project where you may go with your game, and not be unrealistic and think you're going to make millions of dollars with your 1,000 wish lists. Number 6 is Pureref. People in my Discord are probably sick of me saying reference images, reference images, reference images. And obviously if you want to come and join me on my Discord and talk to me, my link is below. But this is just a great tool for being able to grab reference images, put some notes on it, draw on them, and you can just drag the images straight from the web browser. I find this tool is essential, and the more you use it, the better your 3D models or your 2D drawings will be. I've had some people say this isn't free. However, when you go to the site, just when it says custom amount, change it to 0. It's absolutely free for personal use, and everybody should be using this no matter what your role is in the game development cycle. I always recommend getting at least 5 or 6 reference images, even if you don't feel you need them. It will really help your design, and you'll start to go into areas that you wouldn't have even thought about before. And it also, most importantly, makes your worlds believable. At number 7, I have the Kenny assets. They're free game assets for you to use. I've used these in my games. So for example, for the UI, in Mighty Marbles, I'm using the input prompts from here as a basis for my own. I've also, for Rogue Realms, used the hexagon kit in the 3D section for the start of my prototyping. Well, I've just shown the Kenny site today. You should definitely look at these sites, whether it's PBR materials or models. Make use of these free resources that exist. They're absolutely awesome. For the 8th tool, I'm really praying that everybody is already using this, but just in case there are people that aren't, you really need to use source control for your project. I don't want to see any of your computer has crashed and I've lost 75% of my game. That's just not how it should be. It's free and easy to use, so there's no real excuse to not use it. I personally use GitHub and then I use SourceTree as my GUI to interface with it. You can also use GitHub Desktop. Just go and follow a tutorial on it. Just make sure you do it for all of your projects. Even if they're small projects, it's really worth doing. If your files are too big, just look up GitHub large file support and it will show you how to handle those files. Next up, on number 9, is this festival spreadsheet. I never really knew there were so many festivals, and if there was a festival that was good for my game, I inevitably missed it because I didn't even know it existed, and I only found out when people were talking about it on social media. So here it is, a spreadsheet that has all the festivals. It's definitely worth looking at to see if anything suits your game, because that's free marketing, and free marketing is good marketing. My final free tool that I want to recommend is Steamdb. A bit similar to Steamspy, I tend to use this one more for wish lists. However, it has everything you can imagine about Steam on it, the different types of games. You can even find out how much you've spent on Steam using it. Or for example, I'm going to go to my own game, Mighty Marbles, and if I click on charts, I'll be able to see how many followers I have. You will find if you multiply that by anything between 10 and 40, you'll get the number of wish lists. In my case, it's closer to 40. In other cases, it might be down like 10 or even 20 as the multiplier. So there's my 10 free resources that can improve your game. Hopefully a few of them are new. Let me know in the comments if there are any other free resources that you know of that you think are great and can really help you improve your games. Please like, subscribe and comment. It really helps me grow the channel. And if you want to come and chat with me, my Discord link is in the links description. Hope you're all having fun making your games. Bye!